Hi, this is Roger in Finland, and today we're going to take a look at the media page of Davinci Resolve. This is a page you actually don't even need to use, but you might want to. To get media into your project, you can do it in the edit page just by dragging stuff into your bins from different folders. You can also create bins, rename them, rearrange the media, and synchronize the audio and other stuff. Here in the media page, however, everything feels a lot more organized. And if you're an organized person, you might like it. And if you work with really big projects with a lot of media, you probably really want to use it. But first, take a look at the UI. So here in the default view, what we have on the top left is our folder structure, which is based on our drives or the drives you have plugged in your computer. Here you have your favorites, which is one of my favorite features as well. And here is the contents of the folder you have selected in this folder section. Here in the middle, you have a viewer. In this case, now it's showing me a waveform because this is an audio file, but we'll see some video files as well. Here we have audio with all the meters if we would be playing this clip, metadata in case we have something selected, and if you would be capturing stuff, you can do it from here. On the bottom, we have the contents of our project. So if this is the contents of our drive, this is the content of the project. I work usually with really small projects, just these YouTube videos, but even so, I like to keep things organized. So I'm going to go ahead and create some bins. I always create the sources where I keep my video files, like kind of the talking heads, etc. Then another one for my assets where I put music, images, or VFX and whatnot. And then, depending on where I'm going to have several timelines or not, I create another bin for that. And then, of course, you might want to be even more organized and create bins under these main categories to make it even more organized. If you have a short project, then you don't need to. Here's where I have my favorites, but if you need to add a folder as a favorite, you just right-click in it and click Add Folder to Favorites, and that's it. Why do I have these ones? Well, in Artlist is where I have the music that I use for my projects, and this is where I would actually keep the music in the assets bin. The sources is where I have organized all the footage I have shot. And now, for instance, let's take this as a sample. And now, as you can see, as soon as I select the clips, the viewer is giving us a preview, and it's a full preview with video and audio. And now you can see the meters here as well when this is rolling. So now what I'm going to do is drag all of this into my sources, and these will be my sources. Down here, you can choose to have all this information or have a pre-visualization with thumbnails. So that's totally up to you. And then the metadata, it's shown as soon as you click something. If you don't have anything selected, there's nothing here. If you have some clip selected, then it's going to show you the metadata. One thing to remember about this panel here is that this contains all your media from this folder. So let's go, for instance, to this one. And I know what I have here. And now you can see that it's showing me this as a sequence of images. But this is because this has a bunch of pictures which are sequentially numbered in the camera, and then Resolve interprets it as a sequence of images. It could come in handy if you would have a camera that shoots in DNG, and instead of a video file you have zillion DNG files. But in this case they are single pictures. So how do I import them as single? Because if I just pull them like this is going to be as a video. Now I'm deleting this one. Yes, let's remove it. So if you want to see the single frames, you just click here on these three dots, show individual frames, and then those images are as single frames. Another thing that I like to do here in the media panel when I get started, especially if I really know what I have shot, is do the video and audio synchronization if I have recorded them separately. I do it often, so that's a useful feature. So here I know that this video file and this audio file, I know it because I remember, but I also know it because they have pretty much the same length when I did shoot them. They are having the same content. So now, in order to synchronize this, I just do right-click, auto synchronize audio, and I do it based on waveform and append tracks. Timecode would be if you're actually using devices that use timecode. So I just use based on waveform, and that's why it's useful to have a clacker or just clap your hands at the beginning of the videos, because that's going to be helping you to synchronize. But anyway, this is a easy way. That's going to analyze it, This is real time, it's really fast. And now you can see that we have now 4 audio channels for this video file. So now I can pretty much forget about that one and just use this video file, which will have already the audio synchronized. Now that you have your media totally organized, now we can move on to the edit page. But before doing that, please click like and subscribe, and we're gonna see you soon for some more content.